pressuring Russia through additional sanctions, which he discussed with the U.S., targeting its economic and influencing networks. He rejected Russia's demand to recognize its control over Crimea and 4 occupied regions, stating that the war must end fairly without rewarding aggression. And now for today's weather. Current temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. It will be around 13 degrees with some temperature gap between the day and the evening. That wraps up this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You are listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Kimberly An. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
You know how language keeps changing, right? Well, 2025 has already gifted us with some fresh, buzzworthy English phrases that everyone's throwing around. If you've ever...
Evergreen, he controls me. Was there something wrong with my body? Am I not what you wanted, babe? If I ever tried, I would. Evergreen, he tears me to pieces. Doesn't even have to try. She don't know you like me. She could never love you more than me. But sometimes I pray that you'll fall in love. I've cried so much for you, baby. Evergreen, he tears me to pieces. Doesn't even have to try. You know you really made me hate myself. Had to stop before I break myself. Should've broke it off to thank myself. You didn't deserve me at all, at all, at all. One last time I see evergreen. Please don't come home to me. Oh, sweet evergreen. He don't love me no more.
And that was Evergreen, You Didn't Deserve Me at All by Omar Apollo. This is a soulful ballad about heartbreak and emotional betrayal. The song captures the pain of realizing that someone you deeply loved didn't value or deserve you. Omar sings with raw vulnerability, moving through sadness, anger, and finally, a sense of acceptance. The word evergreen symbolizes love that stayed fresh and lasting on his side. When the other person's feelings maybe even faded, his was there. It's a beautiful yet painful reflection on unreciprocated love and learning to let go. Hello, everyone. We're live in the studio in Busan on this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I'm your host, Kimberly. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. And let's see who is in our YouTube live stream. We have Benny-님, Juliet-님, Sangmin Park-님, and Manakdo Young-님. Hello, hello, everyone. I hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. The weather is so nice. Before coming out to BFM today, I got up early, went out, just to throw out the trash and the recycles. But it was such a good walk to the recycling area. The weather is so nice, so even if you're at your office, go ahead and why don't you open the window. Let that fresh air come in and ventilate. So, what do we have coming up on the show for today? In our number one, we'll have Listomania, a daily topic adventure with a list of things that will keep you entertained. And today we'll be talking about trending slang words, origins, and how to use them. After that, we'll have Fact Detox. Do you think you heard something somewhere, but you weren't sure if it was 100% true or not? Time to clear out those common sense things and discover the truth with Cheryl in the studio shortly. And then in our number two, we'll have today's quote. A moment to pause during your busy day and reflect on a thought-provoking quote to soothe your mind. And after that, we'll have bite-sized banter, a daily dose of lighthearted chatter on a new topic every day with Andrew. And after bite-sized banter, we'll have Don't Make a Scene, where we learn real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And after that, we'll end the show with our segment that was new last week, so we'll have our second episode today of Enter Planets, your go-to spot for the hottest entertainment updates from around the globe. And now I'll be checking your message throughout the show, but for our question of the day and text topic, it is, which old slang do you still sneak into your conversations now? So, slang words, they come and go. We have some old slang words from the past, whether it be in Korean or English, but sometimes we just put it into our conversations still. So say that it was like a slang word from the 1980s. And even though it's 2025 right now, maybe you still try to use it. 아직도 대화 중에 슬쩍 쓰는 옛날 신조어는 무엇인가요? Go ahead and let us know. I think I'm going to have a lot of answers for today's question of the day because it's something really fun, right? Go ahead and send in your answers. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101, which is only a 100won. Or reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send in your messages for free. And then after that, we also do have our smartphone app. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can listen to our programs and leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with Listomania after the song. Here is Homeward Bound by Nick and Simon.
I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping, home, where my music's playing, home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Every day is an endless stream of cigarettes and magazines. And each town looks the same to me, the movies and the factories. And every stranger's face I see reminds me that I long to be homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping. Home, where my music's playing. Home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Tonight I'll sing my songs again. I'll play the game and pretend. But all my words come back to me in shades of mediocrity, like emptiness and harmony. I need someone to comfort me. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts escaping. Home, where my music's playing. Home, where my love lies waiting silently for me. Silently for me.
And that was Homeward Bound by Nick and Simon. And now it's time for Listomania, a daily topic adventure with a list of things that will keep you entertained. And today we're going to be talking about trending slang words, origins, and how to use them. And we have a listener here named 나향님 saying 딸과 함께 비빔국수 만들어 먹으면서 즐거운 부산 영어 방송 들어요. 하트. Well, thank you so much for joining 나향님, and I'm glad that you're listening to Midday Mate today. So, back to what we're talking about for Listomania. Slang words, right? Remember when Melissa was here and she told us a little bit about slang words? I haven't really, thought about slang words since. But today, for Listomania, that's what we're going to be talking about. So, we have a few. Let me give you a little slight preview of them. Let them cook. Gas him up. It's giving. If you know, you know. And Delulu. So, let's kick things off with our first trending phrase. Let them cook. Are we saying, let them cook. 요리하게 냅둬. Is that what we're saying here for this? I don't think so. Now, you might picture someone literally cooking, but nope. It's not about food. Let them cook actually means to give someone space to do their thing. Even if you're not sure how it's going to turn out, just let them be. Let them do what they want to do. It's all about trusting the process. This phrase started trending on social media, and it's like telling someone, hey, trust me, I got this. Even when you're not 100% sure of the outcome. Imagine your friend is telling an out there plan. And, instead of stopping them, you say, hey, let them cook. It's about patience and a little bit of faith. It's the perfect phrase for moments when you need to let someone just be themselves and go after what they believe in. No matter how wild their ideas might sound, just let them be. It's like saying, I believe in you, even if I'm not sure how this is going to really play out. So, let them cook. Let them be. 그냥 냅둬. Moving on to our second hot phrase, and it is gas him up. Gas him up. This one's all about hyping someone up and boosting their confidence. The word gas here, G-A-S, means to fuel or energize someone emotionally. It's often used in a positive way, like complimenting a friend before a big presentation. Gas him up, he's got this. It's that extra encouragement to make someone feel unstoppable, especially when they're stepping into a challenging situation. The slang evolved from older expressions like boost or pump up, but it's more energetic and playful, with the added vibe of really going all in. It's also used when you want to show admiration or pride in someone's achievements. If your friend's wearing a killer outfit that's really cool or has a new accomplishment, you'd be definitely saying, gassing them up. Gas them up. Woo, just go. Do your thing. You look good. Gas them up. And now, our third trending term is it's giving. It's giving. You'll often hear someone say, it's giving boss energy, or it's giving main character vibes. It's giving here, it's a quick way to describe what mood, aesthetic, or impression something gives off. It likely evolved from longer phrases like, it gives the feeling of, it gives the feeling of, but Gen Z, and now Gen Alpha, love to keep it snappy, shortness. You know what's a bonus here? You can pair it with pretty much anything. See someone rocking an incredible outfit, you can say, it's giving. It's a simple, fast way to express an impression, but it's also very versatile. It works not just for people who also for places, moods, or even specific vibes that something or someone might radiate, their aura that they're giving off. If your friend just posted a selfie and they're glowing and they look beautiful, you could say it's giving self-confidence. It's like an intuitive shortcut for describing a feeling or vibe in the most effortless way. Oh, it's giving. It's giving. It's giving. Now, let's talk about an acronym. You've definitely seen it if you hang out online. And I kind of gave it away earlier because I just said what it meant. But it is something. IYKYK. And a lot of people, on social media may post a picture and that's all they put. IYKYK. But it stands for, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. It's used when you're talking about something that only certain people will understand, like an inside joke or a niche reference. For example, if you post a photo of a childhood TV show that not everyone remembers, you might just caption it IYKYK. It creates this cool in-the-know feeling among people who actually get it. The phrase plays on an exclusivity of shared experiences and the feeling of being part of a special group. It's like you're letting others in on a secret. A little piece of cultural knowledge that isn't common but makes perfect sense if you've been there and if you know. It's shorthand for shared understanding and it makes just things feel a little more personal and connected. So say, for people who live in Korea and there were, snacks that they sold in the 1980s and 1990s that they don't sell anymore. Say that you found it at some kind of like 시장 or a new place. You could post a picture, put it up online with the caption, if you know, you know, IYKYK. And then people who know that candy, they'll be like, 그 옛날 사탕, 기억하지. It's like your inside joke there. However, for me, since I didn't grow up in Korea and I wouldn't know what kind of snacks that they had long time ago, I would be like, what is that? What is this picture? And what does that acronym mean? However, if you are already in the know, you would know. And now, last but not least, we talked about this a little before, is delulu. Delulu. Short for delusional, delulu is now used in an affectionate, self-aware way. People say they're delulu when they believe in something super unlikely, but they're just having fun with it. Think, dreaming that your favorite celebrity might DM you back. If that actually happened, I think I would be thrilled. You can say, I know it's impossible, but I'm staying delulu. It's a lighthearted and embraces big dreaming without any judgment. The expression often comes with a sense of humor and a reminder not to take life too seriously. If you're a little delulu, it means you're chasing a dream that might be, a bit unrealistic. But you're doing it with excitement and a sense of adventure. It's about holding on to hope and joy no matter how far-fetched it may seem. You might not be going to marry your favorite actor anytime soon, but hey, dreaming doesn't hurt, right? It's playful and a reminder not to lose your imagination, even in adulthood. So those were a few of our slang words this week. We have 인류의 충전소님, hello, saying 이크 에크. Or ik. I did not know that was the Korean way of saying if you know, you know. I'm assuming that it is because that's the only one that really fits with the 5 that I talked about. Ik or ik ek. Oh, I'm gonna use that from now on. I want to use the Korean version of it. That sounds a lot more fun. So, everyone, there you have it. 5 new expressions to sprinkle into your daily conversations. Let them cook. Gas him up. It's giving. If you know, you know, and delulu. Each of them shows how creative and playful language has become, especially among younger generations. They bring humor, energy, and a touch of whimsy to everyday language. And who knows, maybe one of these phrases will be around for decades, just like cool and awesome survived the test of time. And 인류의 충전소님 just says, it's not the Korean way. So, ik and ik is not the Korean way. 인류의 충전소님 just made it up right now. But you know what? I'm still going to use it. So, thank you. So now let's take a song break, everyone. Here is 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay.
Do you love the rain? Does it make you dance when you're drunk with your friends at a party? What's your favorite song? Does it make you smile? Do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. Do you miss the road that you grew up on? Did you get your middle name from your grandma? When you think about you forever now, do you think of me? When you close your eyes, tell me what are you dreaming? Everything I wanna know it all. I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Oh, want the good and the bad, everything in between. Oh, gotta cure my curiosity. Oh yeah, I'd spend 10,000 hours and 10,000 more. Oh, if that's what it takes to learn that sweetheart of yours. And I might never get there, but I'm gonna try. If it's 10,000 hours or the rest of my life, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Yeah. And I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you.
And you just listened to 10,000 Hours by Dan and Shay. And I'm your host, Kimberly. And you're listening to the awesome show of Midday Mate. And now, our question of the day and text topic. It is, which old slang do you still sneak into your conversations? Which old slang do you still sneak into conversations? 아직도 대화 중에 슬쩍 쓰는 옛날 신조어는 무엇인가요? And I have an answer here from Benny Neem saying, for me, flex, bay, lit, shook, and low-key. And the reason is, as we hit the 2020s, we still use the slang words. Yeah, you know what? Aren't those still slang words that people still use? I still use low-key sometimes. But I don't think I use any of the other ones. Like, sometimes I use the word flex. But that's not like flex your muscles. Like, I'm going to buy everybody dinner. I'm flexing tonight. Or like, look at all these brand bags or that I bought. Flex. But yes, interesting. And that is the only answer that I have? Oh no, I need more. Oh, I have one. Of course, from Chae-sung-nim. I can always count on Chae-sung-nim saying, hello, it's hot today. And I sometimes say this thing, 지구를 떠나가라, whenever my son doesn't listen to me. 지구를 떠나가라. Oh, leave the earth? Is that what that means? When they're not listening to you? Thank you, Chae-sung-nim. That is something that I've heard for the first time today, and maybe I will use it to someone else. And you know what? For me, I don't know. Some old slang words. I know that when I'm watching this drama series called 응답하라 1988, Reply 1988, I think that they used to say in Korea cap a lot when something was cool. Is that right? Not PD님? Yeah, so they'll be like, cap. Oh, 완전 cap. But so when I was watching that series, I tried to use it into my vocabulary and in my conversations, but then all my friends started making fun of me and they were like, you're not even like fully Korean. Why are you trying to use like an old Korean slang back into your conversation? But you know what? I still used it for a few months and it was fun. I liked it. So that was my short answer. I'll try to think of some more slang words that I was using and let you know later. But again, go ahead and send in your answer. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101. And oh my goodness, I just realized Cheryl's like right in the middle of me. Cheryl, do you see yourself in the middle of the screen? Go ahead and send in your answers again. Text in pound 9050 or shop 9050 and it'll only cost you 101. Or reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us and send in your messages for free. And we also do have our smartphone app. Search the same thing, BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can listen to our programs and leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with our Wednesday segment featuring Cheryl. So now it is time for our Wednesday segment of Fact Detox. Fact Detox, the segment where we take a second look at things we think that we know. And, you know, we have Cheryl here to help us with our Fact Detox. Hello.
Hey, g'day.
How are you doing today, Cheryl?
Oh, well, I've gone from mini-me to full size.
Yes, you were so small right here in the middle. And I was like, I was, reading the script and I looked up and I was like, whoa. Mini Cheryl.
What a placement, too, just at the bottom of the
I know.
mic.
It was very cute. It was like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it was Honey, I Shrunk Cheryl. So are you enjoying the weather these days?
Yeah, so much.
Are your allergies like cleared out?
Allergies are clear.
Really?
All good, yeah.
Because my husband's car is covered with pollen. It is disgusting. It has like a yellow blanket on top of his car.
My laundry also
Is yellow?
Is yellow.
Do I have any yellow today? I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I'm glad your allergies are gone, even though there's so much pollen out
getting
there.
so much better now.
Good, good. Well, the weather is getting better, and I hope you're having more fun.
Yeah.
But before we start,
Sure.
I want to ask you our question of the day.
Okay.
So, do you still use some type of slang from long time ago into your conversations now?
Sometimes, but not really often.
What kinds of words do you use?
So I might say something is gnarly, or I might use the slang phrase filth.
Filth.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your room is so filth.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. If you say your room is so filth, that means it's so good.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks really good.
the opposite.
The opposite.
Because filthy means dirty
Right.
and messy. But I guess filth here, it means the opposite. Because, slang always changes it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it means it's really good.
Yeah.
So say that you were surfing.
Yeah.
And then you did like a huge, like cool trick. You'd be like, oh, that's filth.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, interesting. I learned something new today. Very nice. So with that, let's have a filth segment. So, for this segment of Fact Detox, everyone, we know that Cheryl isn't a scientist or a professional researcher. So, the topics we're looking at in this segment might vary from interesting to unusual and even surprising. And I think today is a bit on the surprising side of things. What are we looking at?
So today we'll be answering the question, is the Earth really round?
Well, isn't it?
Good question.
Now, this feels like an open and shut case. We've seen photos from space and learned that the Earth is round in school subjects also, ranging from science to social studies to history to geography. When we make, a model of the solar system, all the planets are round and we use round styrofoam balls, right? Mm-hmm. And if we're lucky enough, we've even flown across the globe and seen that there is like a curvature of the horizon. It's not flat. But since you've brought this up today, I'm assuming that there are still some people who think that the Earth is flat.
So this is one of those topics that really caught my attention when I stumbled on a flat Earth video online. Mm-hmm. I thought based on everything we learn as children, this would be something that's really easy to debunk. But it turns out there's a whole community behind it. And this is what made me want to understand where this came from, especially like in 2025.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what this segment is about for Fact Detox, right? Mm-hmm. We have a simple question. Did people in ancient times really think that the Earth was flat?
So there was the idea of a flat Earth that actually has a very long history dating back to early Egyptians in Mesopotamia. Mm-hmm. The world was portrayed as a disc floating in an ocean. And there's a similar model of the Earth as being flat that's found in the Homeric account from the 8th century BC, in which Okeanos, the personified body of water surrounding the circular surface of Earth, is the begetter of all life and possibly all gods. The Israelites also imagined the Earth to be a disc floating on water with like an arched filament that was above it that separated the earth from the heavens. And the sky was a solid dome with the sun, moon, planets, and stars embedded in it.
So, with that,
Yes.
people thought that it was like a flying disc. Like
Not,
a UFO?
Maybe not like a frisbee.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking like a UFO shape, but then you said frisbee, like a frisbee shape? Is that what people really thought? So then this idea of the Earth being flat was a common idea all around the world?
Pretty much. For example, Norse mythology had a flat Earth model, and some Hindu texts describe the world resting on an elephant standing on a turtle. These were the best explanations that ancient civilizations could use to describe what they observed. It's like trying to explain the color of the sky with no knowing anything about sunlight and air molecules. You've just got to do the best with what you've got.
Interesting. So, when did things start to shift toward that the Earth was actually round then?
So this change happened with the early Greek thinkers. I'm thinking our listeners are probably familiar with Pythagoras around 500 BCE. I know my daughter is well acquainted with him and loathes him at the moment since last week her math
The
exam
Pythagorean
happened.
theorem.
Aside from the mathematics theory that bears his name, he suggested that the Earth was a sphere and not flat. Later, another name we're familiar with, Aristotle, pointed to interesting clues that would prove that the Earth is round, such as the Earth's curved shadow during a lunar eclipse.
Yes.
He said the shadow of the Earth is always round, which can only be true if the Earth is spherical.
So then, also back then, so you say
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras. And I always say Pythagorean theorem, so I'm like always used to that. Pythagoras and Aristotle, right? But wasn't there also someone who tried to like measure the earth also?
Yeah, there was. So around 240 BCE, Aristophanes noticed that in one city, a stick cast no shadow at noon, while in another city further north, it did. So using that difference, he calculated the Earth's size, and surprisingly, he came really close, just a few percentage off the actual measurement by using shadows and math.
That's kind of amazing because there's no tech, it's just observation and a bit of logic.
Yeah. And math.
And math.
So it shows how people were able to figure out big truths with very simple tools. It makes you realize that curiosity and creativity aren't modern inventions. People have always had questions and tried to answer them.
Then it wasn't just guessing, it was thoughtful observation that started the proof that the earth is indeed round.
According to some. So totally. And those early efforts paved the way for everything that came after.
So if ancient people eventually came around to the idea of a round earth, how did this flat earth theory make a comeback? Why are we still talking about this?
So this actually goes back to the 1800s and a guy named Samuel Rowbotham who wrote a book called Zytec Astronomy. He believed that the Earth was a flat disk, and instead of science, he used things like personal observation to back that up.
Personal observation. So we're just all going to believe this guy because he observed something. What kind of arguments did he make?
So he said that if the Earth was curved, we'd be able to see the curve, especially over long distances. And because we don't see it easily, he claimed that the Earth must be flat. But this doesn't take into account how big the Earth is or how our eyes perceive scale. There's also the atmosphere bending light, which affects what we see.
So it sounds like he ignored a lot of the, scientific context and backing.
He did, but still some people found his ideas very convincing, especially those who might be a little bit skeptical of science or authority. And what really gave flat earth theories new life, though, was the internet.
Yes, there are some people who, just go against authority and they just think that everything that authority says is untrue. So I guess that is true. And do you think that would have happened without the internet then?
My opinion, probably not. It's one thing to publish a book in the 1800s, but when you've got millions of people watching your video content or following your social media posts, the scale is just absolutely massive, and that kind of reach kind of changes everything.
That's true. And with that, everyone, let's take a quick song break. Here is All for Love by Color Me Bad.
something, alright? See, every day in my life without you will be like 100 years. The distance between us, the ocean of tears. See, all the things I do for you are for love.
And welcome back, everyone. You just heard All for Love by Color Me Bad. And right now, you're listening to Midday Mate, and we're in the middle of our segment of Fact Detox with Cheryl. And we have a few people joining into our YouTube live stream, so I just want to do a quick shout out to KS Lee-님, hello, hello, and Taejon Jonsa, hello, hello. And we also have Jenny-님 coming into the show now, so you're just in time for Fact Detox. So, we're talking about things that you may have heard somewhere, but you're not quite sure about it. So it's time to clear out some familiar common sense and to discover the truth. And we're talking about the fact, I'm going to say fact,
Yes.
that the earth is round. But there are still some people who believe that the earth is flat, 납작해. So let's keep going. This isn't just an old idea from history that the earth is flat, right?
So not at all. Online, especially on social media and short video streaming platforms, flat earth content has reached millions of people. I read an article by Dr. Ashley Landrum, who studies science communication. She said that many people who now believe in flat earth theories say they first heard about it through the internet.
So, there are some things on the internet that we shouldn't believe, right? But then how do they make their videos and content so persuasive then?
They're really well produced. They've got really good visuals, confident speakers, and they frame things with questions like, if the earth spins, why don't we feel it?
Why aren't we just tilting
Exactly.
and falling all the time?
Yeah, why aren't we flying around? These questions sound reasonable at first, especially if you're a little suspicious of science or media.
It's like they kind of like plant a seed of doubt through that simplicity.
Exactly. Dr. Landrum mentioned that belief in conspiracy theories often comes down to people who trust. If someone doesn't trust scientists, they might put more faith in someone with a large social media following who talks like a friend.
So it's kind of unsettling though, but I guess it's also a bit understandable.
Yeah, it really shows how important communication style
Yeah.
is when it comes to facts. And let's face it, when someone says something confidently and looks like they know what they're talking about, yeah, right here, it's really easy to believe them, even if they're wrong.
Interesting. Then confidence can be more powerful than evidence, I guess.
Sadly, yes. But luckily, not in my case, though. I don't have much of a following to lead anybody astray.
And you know, but I feel like the scientists, people who actually have the backing, would also speak with confidence, you know? But then they believe the other confident speaker. Interesting. So let's get into the details. What do modern flat earthers, what they call themselves, actually believe?
So most of them think that the Earth is a flat disk with the North Pole in the center and Antarctica forming an ice wall around the edges. Some even believe there's a giant dome above everything, like we're living in a snow globe.
Uh-huh.
So,
Snow globe.
yeah. It feels like that if you live in Canada in the winter, I guess.
Yeah, but then do they believe in gravity? Because that's what's, pulling us to the ground on Earth. We're not floating around, right?
Right. And some flat earthers argue that things fall to the ground not because of gravity, but because of density or buoyancy. Others say the Earth is constantly accelerating upwards, which gives the illusion of gravity. I know it sounds wild, but once you're in that mindset, it kind of fits together, at least initially or internally.
And then, so we're having a picture of the flat Earth with this little dome on top. So then do these flat earthers, would they ever dare to go to the edge and then just fall off then? Or do they believe you go to the other side of the Earth?
Well, I mean, think back to the ages of exploration like Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
Right? They still kind of believed that the Earth was flat back then and that ships were going to fall off the side.
Interesting. So then what do they say about space photos? Because right now in 2025, we have different types of, companies and, not just America, but all around the world that are going to space. And they have satellites and they take pictures of this round Earth. What do they say about those photos then?
So they usually say it's all fake. It's part of a big conspiracy by NASA and other space agencies. They claim all the photos and videos from space are computer generated.
Interesting. So, even though we have all these countries, they go to space and they take these pictures of round planets, our Mother Earth, and we may not all countries have good relationships, but they have this, agreement that whatever pictures that they take in space are round. That's interesting. Is there agreement among believers then?
So amongst the flat earth believers, there isn't really a lot of agreement. Some support the dome theory, others don't. Some argue about whether space is real at all. It's all a bit ironic. They agree the Earth isn't round, but disagree about almost everything else.
Interesting. Okay, so then let's talk about why people end up believing this stuff. What's going on there then?
So I found an essay by psychologist Dr. Stephen Luansky. He said that people are more likely to believe conspiracy theories when they feel uncertain, left out, or distrustful of authority. Believing in something like flat Earth can give people a sense of control or special knowledge.
So it's not about intelligence, it's more emotional or social.
Right. A lot of flat Earth believers are just looking for answers in places that feel trustworthy to them. And once they join online groups, they share those beliefs and it becomes really hard to change their minds.
Is there a way to help someone step away from those beliefs then, or are they kind of just stuck there?
So, like a flat Earth intervention. It's tough, but there are strategies. Experts suggest asking gentle questions like, what evidence would convince you otherwise, instead of arguing. Another technique I came across is called pre-bunking, teaching people how to spot misinformation before they see it. The group First Draft has actually done some pretty cool work or filth with this.
Interesting. So that was a fascinating ride on, how we have some flat earthers, people who still believe that the earth is flat. So from ancient myths to internet videos, Cheryl, thank you so much for sharing everything that you found on this.
Always fun to be here.
Well, Cheryl, thank you again so much. I'll see you next week. I'm excited to see what you bring for us next time.
We'll see.
And with that, everyone, that is the end of our first hour. I'll be back at 1 p.m. after the song. Here is Blue Monday by New Order.
and told me who you are. Thought I was mistaken. I thought I'd heard your words. Tell me how do I feel? Tell me now how do I feel? Those who came before me lived through their vocations. From the past until completion, we'll turn away no more. And I still find it so hard to say what I need to say. But I'm quite sure that you'll tell me just how I should feel today. I see a ship in the harbor. I can shallow bay. But if it wasn't for your misfortune, I'd be a heavenly person today. And I thought I was mistaken. And I thought I'd heard you speak. Tell me how do I feel? Tell me now, how should I feel? Now I stand here waiting. Thought I told you to leave me while I walked out to the beach. Tell me how does it feel when your heart grows cold?
Second, refrain from outside activities if possible. If you do go out, wear a mask. When you get home, thoroughly wash your hands and feet. Third, fully wash any fruits or vegetables that have been exposed to yellow dust. And last of all, get plenty of water. Keep up to date on weather forecasts for the latest yellow dust information.
This campaign was brought to you by BEFM, 부산영어방송.
지역 경제가 힘차게 출발합니다. 기업들이 고객을 향해 더 빨리 가려면 방송 광고라는 엑셀을 밟으세요. 경제도 기업도 더 힘차게 달려가니까요. 방송 광고의 작은 힘, 경제의 큰 힘입니다. 부산 방송광고발전협의회.
The time is now 1 o'clock.
See how deep you were to penetrate my heart. Now that some time has passed, it made me think this is meant to last. little game I'd like to play. 'Cause when we're together, it just keeps getting better. If I had my way, when do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. I wanna run in good times, baby. You want to do the same, so maybe this is written in the stars for us. All I know is that you excite me. The more we kiss, the more I like it. I never wanna give you up. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. Every day of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. I wanna see you. I wanna have you, babe. Baby, I need you to be right by my side. I wanna love you. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. Every day of the week. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the week. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. 24/7, baby. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. Anytime you need me, baby. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even on Sunday. Every day of the week. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? I need you. Every day of the week. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the week. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. Every day. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you? Every day of the week. Every day of the week. When do I wanna see you? When do I wanna please you? Every day of the week. When do I wanna love you? When am I thinking of you?
And you just heard Every Day of the Week by Jade. This is a smooth R&B song about the excitement and passion of a new relationship. The singers express how they want to be with their lover every single day, not just on the weekends. It's all about constant affection, sweet moments, and the thrill of falling deeply in love. And again, that was Every Day of the Week by Jade. Hello, everyone. We're live in the studio in Busan on this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM if you're a mate in the Kijang, Cheongwan, and Noksan areas. And I'm your host, Kimberly. Hello, hello. And now it is 1:06 right now, and it is now hour number 2. We're going to start off with today's quote, a moment to pause during your busy day and reflect on a thought-provoking quote to soothe your mind, followed by bite-sized banter, a daily dose of lighthearted chatter on a new topic every day with Andrew. And after that, we'll have Don't Make a Scene, where we learn real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And then we're going to end the show with our segment titled Enter Planet, your go-to spot for the hottest entertainment updates from around the globe. And I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. And our question of the day and text topic is, which old slang do you still sneak into conversations? Which old slang do you still sneak into conversations? 아직도 대화 중에 슬쩍 쓰는 옛날 신조어는 무엇인가요? And we have a little bit of fact and trivia for you. And I'm going to tell you the dates of when some of these old slangs came and started. So first, you know how we say 크크크 when we're texting? And you know, when I talk to people, I always say 크크크 also. But 크크크, do you know what year it started in? It actually started in 1999. 1999년에 크크크가 시작했습니다. And this is another one that I also use a lot, and it is 대박, 대박. And do you know when that started? That was in the year of 2000. 25 years ago, people started to say 대박, 2000. Wow. And then the following year, in 2001, people started saying 헐. And I say 헐 all the time. I did not know that this was a slang word from 24 years ago in the year of 2001. 헐. How fitting. And this one is a new one. I did not know this, and I'm learning it for the first time. But in 2007, this slang word started, and it was 킹왕짱. 킹왕짱. To say that something is really cool and great, king, 왕, and 짱. King, 왕, and 짱. And Juliet님 saying 크크크 대박 제가 여전히 쓰는 말이에요. 저도예요. I still use it all the time. 대박 and 헐 is something that I always use. I think I use 헐 a little bit more because I'm always just saying 헐, 헐, 헐. And we have a few new listeners coming in. JS Kim님, hello, hello, saying 울산에서도 유튜브로 시청하고 있습니다. Welcome. I'm glad that you're joining us at Midday Mate all the way from Ulsan. And we also have another person here, Long Yang Lee-님, with a few emoticons. Welcome to Midday Mate. And Juliet-님 always saying hello to everyone, and Jenny-님. And anywho, so back to our question of the day. I got lost in my thoughts. Which old slang do you still sneak into conversations? 아직도 대화 중에 슬쩍 쓰는 옛날 신조어는 무엇인가요? Go ahead and send in your answers by texting in pound 9050 or shop 9050. It'll only cost you 101. Or reach us through Kakao Talk. Search BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. Add us as a Kakao friend and send in your messages for free. And we also do have our smartphone app. Search the same thing again, BEFM or 부산영어방송 in any of the app stores. You can listen to our programs and leave us comments after logging in. And now I'll be right back with today's quote after this song. Here is Tell Me What You Want Me to Do by Tevin Campbell.
Called me up and I came to see you. say you've been away all night. It hurts me deep inside when I see you crying. Whatever's wrong, I'll make it right. If you understand how I feel, ooh, you should know that my love is real. Oh, tell me what you want me to do. My love is always here for you. So tell me what you want me to do. Tell me, girl. There were times that I didn't show it, just how much I care for you. I'm so sorry. Now don't keep saying it's too late to think it over, baby. After all that we've been through, girl, I'm begging you. I'm down on my knees. Don't walk away, baby. Please don't leave me. No, tell me what you want me to do. My love is always here for you. Oh, tell me what you want me to do. My love is always here for you. So tell me what you want me. Oh, baby, yeah. Girl, I know that we can work it out somehow. Isn't that what love's all about? I'm gonna be by your side. We're gonna see it through this time. I won't let you slip away. Say you'll stay with me. Stay with me, girl. 'Cause you're the finest girl that I've ever seen. Tell me what you want me to do, baby. My love is always here for you and only you. Oh, tell me what you want me to do. My love is always here for you. So tell me what you want me to do. Hey, tell me, girl.
And that was Tell Me What You Want Me to Do by Tevin Campbell. And now it's time for today's quote, a moment to pause during your busy day and reflect on a thought-provoking quote to soothe your mind. And today we're going to talk about the quote, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. And this is something that I say a lot too. Fake it till you make it. 성공할 때까지 성공한 척 하세요. You've probably heard it 1,000 times, but where did it really come from? And more importantly, does it actually work? The phrase itself doesn't have one clear inventor, but many believe it grew popular in the 1970s through motivational speakers like Jack Canfield. The idea? If you act confident, successful, or skilled, even before you truly are, you'll eventually grow into that role for real. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, it's much deeper than it looks. Now, let's skip the usual examples like pretending to be confident in a job interview. Instead, here's a real-world, less obvious story. A young woman named Sofia Amoroso, founder of a women's fashion retailer, started her career selling vintage clothes on an online site. At first, she knew almost nothing about fashion marketing, photography, or branding, but she just acted like she knew everything. She styled clothes like a professional, photographed them like an artist, and described them like a brand expert, even though she was learning on the fly. Fast forward a few years, and her little eBay store turned into $100 million business. $100 million business. She literally faked her role as a fashion CEO until she became one. No shortcuts, just action and belief. See? So fake it till you make it isn't about lying or pretending to be someone that you're not. It's about stepping into a new version of yourself before you're fully ready and letting experience then catch up later on. It's bold, it's scary, but, it works. Sometimes your biggest breakthrough happens when you're willing to look a little silly at first. So, the next time you find yourself thinking, I'm not ready, or I don't think I can do it, it's too early. Think of our example from today and remember Sophia. Put on that I'm ready energy, even if your hands are shaking, because guess what? You're already halfway there. So, you gotta fake it till you make it. It's giving CEO vibes. Remember what we were talking about earlier? It's giving. So, you just gotta fake it until you actually have success. I think we've all had those moments where we felt like we were in over our heads. Maybe at a new job, starting a new project, or even just trying something for the first time. I know I definitely have. And in those moments, faking it wasn't about being dishonest. It was about choosing courage over comfort. It was about showing up, even when I didn't feel 100% ready, and trusting that I would learn along the way. What's powerful about this quote is that it reminds us we don't have to wait until we feel completely prepared to do and begin something. Growth often starts with action, not confidence. And with each step we take, we begin to build the very skills and self-belief thoughts we believe we needed before we even started. So if you're standing at the edge of something new, take that first step. Just go for it. Fake it with heart, with effort, and with intention. And you just might make it further than you imagined. And we have a message here from Juliet Nim saying, 학생들에게도 딱 어울리는 quote네요. Yes, very good. It is because, you just gotta keep doing it. 만옥도 영어님 also says, 거짓 웃음도 자꾸 웃으면 진짜로 웃게 되는 것과 같은 원리군요. Yes, so even though you maybe fake laugh, but if you keep fake laughing, it'll end up becoming real laughter later on. A personal story that I would like to share with faking it till I make it was when I was working at an English 학원 before, and all of a sudden I had this new role of having to do 학부모님 상담. Oh my goodness. With my broken Korean, I was like, no, 대표님, please don't make me do 상담. I can't talk in Korean. I don't know how to do it. And then he said, just do it. Just try. And you know what? I faked it till I made it. I tried to be really confident in myself and my Korean, and I studied some words in Korean that I didn't know so that I could have a good 상담 with the parents there. And they loved it. They didn't care that I was a Korean American or a 교포, and they actually liked it that I actually tried speaking to them in Korean to explain to them about their child's growth and English learning. So you know what? I faked it, and now look at me. I made it. So again, today's quote is fake it till you make it. 성공할 때까지 성공한 척 하세요. And that was today's quote. Let's have a song break. Here is I Can Love You Like That by All for One.
come true. That one day a Prince Charming would come rescue you. You're like romantic movies, and you never will forget the way you felt when Romeo kissed Juliet.
And all this time that you've been waiting, you don't have to wait no more. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you your everything that's precious to me. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that.
Like that. I can love you like that. I never make a promise I don't intend to keep. So when I say forever, forever's what I mean. Well, I ain't no Casanova, but I swear this much is true. I'll be holding nothing back when it comes to you.
You dream of love that's everlasting. Well, baby, open up your eyes. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you your everything that's precious to me. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that. Yeah.
If you want tenderness, I got tenderness, and I see through to the heart of you.
If you want a man who will understand, you don't have to look very far. I can love you, girl. Oh, yeah. I can love you like that. Oh, I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth. If you were my girl, I would give you my heart, be all that you need, show you your everything that's precious to me. I can love you like I can love you, always kiss and hug you.
Baby, be mine.
My one and only girl, my heart,
My heart,
my world. Show you your everything.
oh, you're everything to me.
I can love you if you let me love you. My one girl, oh, my world. Show you your everything. Love you like that.
All right, everyone, welcome back. You're listening to Midday Mate, and it is now time for the awesome segment of Bite Size Banter. We have too much fun with
Oh
this.
yeah, hey, it's on like this just the rest of the show.
But I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
And other guests, come back tomorrow. No. Somebody heard that on their way here. They're like, guess
All right,
I'm not in today.
U-turn.
Yeah, I'm not in today. All right, so usually we have, one question and, get a response from the listeners, yourself, and also my own. But I'm going to try something a little bit different. It's kind of similar to a would you rather question.
Okay.
All right. So you'd like, would you rather eat pizza or have ice cream? All right. Or would you rather go to Mars or never see a movie again? I don't know, something silly like that. So it's very similar to that. And we're just going to call that this or that.
This or that
So
question.
you have to choose one of these answers. and provide a reason why.
All right.
All right. So I have a few of them. If we get to all of them, great. If not, not a big deal.
Okay.
All right.
So everyone, 둘 중에 하나를 골라서 대답하는 질문입니다. 이것 아니면 저것. This or that question.
Yes. So this first one, this splits people right down the middle. Usually, and there's people who may use this as a deciding factor if you want to go on a date with somebody, if you want to be with somebody. You know, it can be that big. Or like a certain condiment you might use or something like that. But the first one we have to get this going is, are you going to choose coffee or tea? And now for our listeners, it could be iced or just hot. Like it doesn't matter which way you're going, and this is for the rest of your life, you're having one of these.
Oh man.
As I hold my coffee in my hand right now.
I haven't had coffee in so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea about this.
I haven't had coffee in about a few months now.
Wow. And actually, I think maybe it was last week I was grabbing a coffee before I came in. I was going to send you a message. Because, like, you never want to, like, just buy coffee for everybody. And then someone's like, well, I'm lactose intolerant. Why'd you get me the latte? You know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, an Americano is always safe.
True.
But I was going to send you a message. So.
I mean, I was a huge coffee person.
Okay.
I would always drink coffee. But then I was like, why am I so dependent on this to get energy? So then I stopped because of my stubbornness. So I'm really into tea now.
Yeah?
And I really like tea.
Okay.
But I really want to drink an ice cold Americano right now.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Because the weather.
Did you find when you stopped drinking coffee, there was like a withdrawal?
Long time ago in college, when I first tried to stop coffee, I did get withdrawal. Like my skin would smell like caramel.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's when I wouldn't drink Americanos. I would drink like super sugary coffees.
Yeah, for sure.
So then my skin would legit smell like caramel. And I really wanted coffee back then. But when I quit coffee like a few months ago, no, not at all. I was totally fine.
Yeah, probably last year, I used to drink coffee. I enjoy it, and I would love to make my own and stuff like that. But I drank it for fuel. Like it was, I think I mentioned not too long ago about, just my daily grind was off the charts.
Right.
And I didn't realize I was having 3, 4, 5 cups a day, and it just... Then you go to bed, and it wouldn't affect me so much when I'd go to sleep. But I think it did because I wasn't sleeping very well, but I would sleep. But it was just because out of exhaustion, right? So what are you choosing?
I'm choosing
Coffee
tea.
or tea? Oh, this is so tough. I love tea as well.
And there's such a big variety of tea.
And if you have good tea, you understand why people like tea.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not like... your
tea bag.
Like, no, I don't mind it. But like my British friends who are just like, their tea is life to them. And if you make it wrong, they lose their mind.
I have some of those friends too.
Yeah. And I love it. It's so controversial for like them watching people do it. I think tea, the longevity of tea, because I would have it for the rest of my life. And there's so many different kinds. You can have it with caffeine in it, without. There's teas for detoxification, all these things. But I think I'm going to still stick with coffee.
Then we're different here.
Because I think coffee, the routine of coffee, and I think if I had a coffee machine in my house, like an espresso machine, and I could do different things with it, I think I would enjoy that more. I would enjoy the process more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're different.
Yeah.
You're
okay.
a coffee person, I'm a tea person.
Okay, next one. We'll leave it at that. And then I think we have time for one more here.
Okay.
And now this is something that people might have with their coffee or tea.
Okay.
It might go hand in hand for some people. But a breakfast food doesn't have to be breakfast food. I like these at non-breakfast times. Pancakes or waffles?
It's so easy.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Is it difficult for you?
No, but I'm going to judge you if it's this easy for you and you say the wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer for this. No. You go first then, because I'm afraid now.
Okay. It depends. I've had some, amazing pancakes in my life and waffles, but I've also had some pancakes that were just, Waffles, I feel you can make them posh or dance them up, do something with them, put cherries and all these things on them.
That's true.
But I feel when I eat waffles or when I eat pancakes, there's an element of nostalgia there.
Yes.
From a kid and, waking up on a Saturday or Sunday morning, my dad had the cast iron pan and making, like a pancake the size of the pan. You know what I mean? So I think for that reason alone, I'm going pancakes.
Okay, good. Well, I was going to say pancakes too.
Oh, all right. You're normal. Okay, good.
I'm normal, everyone. I passed the test.
Yes.
But waffles, I never had like a good waffle. Unless it was, I can say the name here because we don't have it in Korea.
Sure.
Eggos.
Oh, yeah.
Those are like the only good waffles.
So the ones that you make at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then the ones that are in the waffle maker and I pour the batter and whatever,
Yeah.
those are way too dry.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've had good ones,
Mm-hmm.
like Belgian waffles at like a place where you're going to get eggs Benedict and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And there's like some gelato on it or, fresh strawberries and cream or these things. But it was just too much.
Yes.
But then there's also the people that love like chicken and waffles.
No.
And I'm not a chicken and waffle. Like I don't think I've ever had it.
I've had it once. It's not that great.
Yeah. But I think if you're that person, you're great. But I agree. Typically, the waffles I've had in my life, you get it. It's not hot, and they're a bit dry, and it's a bit of a process. Here in Korea, you can get them, and it's more like that Eggo material, and they sell them like with the ice cream on the street. Mm-hmm. I don't mind those.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, those aren't bad.
The thin ones.
Yeah. But like a big waffle that you'd get at, wherever, at a hotel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a Crofel fan. I like the Crofels, like those. I know that might be but that's like
That's a type.
The croissant and the waffle together. Yeah.
Yeah, but another thing bad about waffles is that those little holes, those little crevices, it's just too much syrup in that one bite.
But some people want that. That's that is their jam.
Pancakes are the best. Just regular pancakes with some syrup and maybe like a little dollop of butter.
Oh no, but they got to be buttered.
Oh, they do have to be
100.
buttered?
And that's when you have the stack and you lift one up, throw butter in between, put it down, lift one up. Yeah.
You see, my parents wouldn't let me have too much butter with it.
Oh.
But I actually had pancakes because I was craving them like 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
And so I went and got some McDing and got it.
I like chocolate chips in mine.
Ooh.
When I make them at home.
Yum. Okay, well, bring them tomorrow.
Happy days.
Well, this was fun. I like this or that question.
Yeah, it's
이것
good.
아니면 저것. So everyone, tell us, coffee or tea? And then pancakes or waffles? Andrew, I want to see more of these questions later on.
Yeah, I think they're fun. They're great.
Great. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Bye. And welcome back, everyone. That was our bite-sized banter segment. And again, we had a this or that type of question style for today. 이것 아니면 저것. So first up was coffee or tea. Second was pancakes or waffles. And unfortunately, we didn't have time to do the last one, but you can answer that too. Beach or mountains. So let's get into some answers. For Benny Nim saying coffee, pancakes, and beach. Because coffee for me, any single flavor that I love, if iced or hot, I can crave anything. Pancakes is what I love at least once a week for breakfast, and beach because I love to see the clear water. Wow. Pancakes once a week? I'm jealous. Benny Niam, I want pancakes once a week also. Juliet Neem saying, for me, I'm a coffee person and I would rather eat waffles than pancakes. They are less sweet, and then these days I really would like to go to the beach. I want to smell the sea. Thank you for your answer, Juliet Neem. And you know what? I'm so excited to go to the beach soon too because I'm just so excited to have the sand in my toes and the water coming up on my feet. So nice. And also we have another answer from Manakto Yonganim saying, 이건 너무 쉬워요. This is too easy. 저는 tea. 왜냐하면 저는 커피를 못 마시거든요. 마도연님 says, for me, tea because I can't drink coffee. 그리고 아침 식사는 waffle. And for breakfast, she would choose waffles. 와플이 팬케이크보다 조금 더 바삭한 느낌이 있는 것 같거든요. And she chose waffle because waffles have a little bit more of a crisp and crunch than a pancake. Nice. I'm sad. I'm not a waffle person. I love that soft, buttery, and fluffy pancake. My mouth is watering again. So again, that was our this or that for bite-sized banter. So if you haven't answered yet, go ahead, coffee or tea, and pancakes or waffles. These are just silly, lighthearted questions, and it's always fun. But it's fun to, debate about which one is better sometimes. So that was our bite-sized banter segment. And now let's take a song break. Here is Dancing With Myself by the Donnas.
On the floors of Tokyo, down in London town to go. With the record selection and the mirror's reflection, I'm dancing with myself when there's no one else inside. In the crowded, lonely
And you just listened to Dancing with Myself by the Donnas. And now it's time for Don't Make a Scene, where we learn real-life English expressions through movies and drama scenes. And this week, we're going to learn the expressions from the movie Rush Hour 2. And let's do a little recap before we get into it. On Monday, we talked about the expression, I'm busy at the moment. I'm busy at the moment. I'm busy at the moment means I'm doing something right now and I don't want to be disturbed, so please wait. It's a polite but firm way to delay or dismiss someone. And on Tuesday, yesterday, we learned about the phrase, get on your feet or get on your feet. Get on your feet literally means stand up, but tone and context can change everything. In more positive moments, it can also be motivational even, a way to lift someone up after a little setback. So if they're having a hard time, you're like, come on, get on your feet. You can do it. Let's press on forward. And today, for Wednesday, we're going to be looking at this quote where Detective Carter says, don't let this robe fool you, because they're at like a massage salon and he's wearing a robe, right? So he doesn't look all, mighty and like a real detective. So he's saying, don't let this robe fool you. But we are going to talk about the phrase when to use fool you, because we don't always wear robes and we're not going to say this whole sentence, don't let this robe fool you. So instead I'm going to say, don't let this fool you. So let's go back to what is Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2 brings non-stop action with a strong dose of humor thanks to the mismatched duo of Lee and Carter. Detective Lee played by Jackie Chan and Detective Carter played by Chris Tucker. While Lee brings in the martial arts mastery, Carter brings in the charm, chaos, and clever wordplay. His quick mouth often gets him into tricky situations and gets him in trouble, but it's also what makes him such a memorable character. And in this scene, Carter proves you don't need a uniform or detective uniform to be in control. So again, to explain this, Carter is wearing a bathrobe at like a fancy spa when he confronts the crime boss, Ricky Tan. At first glance, Carter looks like he's just there to relax, not to start trouble. But Carter sets the record straight with that one line, don't let this robe fool you. He wants Ricky Tan to know that he may look calm and comfortable, but he's still ready to throw down and fight. It's a warning, don't mistake his appearance for his weakness. So let's break down this phrase here. Don't let something fool you means don't be misled by what you see. Don't be misled by what you see. It's a way of revealing hidden strength, seriousness, or ability that might not be obvious at first glance. The phrase is often used when someone is underestimated based on how they look, dress, or act. So a lot of people say, don't let my kindness fool you. I'm not a nice person, okay? I'm being kind, but it doesn't mean that I'm nice all the time. It's a reminder that appearances can be a bit deceiving. So, what are some examples on when we can use this? So we can say, don't let this quiet voice fool you. He's the smartest person in the room. So often we look at quiet people and we're like, oh, they don't really have an opinion. But watch out. Mostly the quietest ones are the ones that you gotta look out for. Or a lot of people say, don't let that smile fool you. She's tough when it counts. So a person who's always smiling and stuff and acting nice, but really on the inside, they can have like a tiger within them and they can be really tough sometimes. So don't let that smile fool you. Or we had this one, it's something what Benny Nim had already said, but don't let this old car fool you. It still runs like a dream. So say that you're, driving a car from 1999, and even though it's 2025, you're driving an old car. And even if you do, don't worry, that's okay. So don't let this old car fool you. Just because it's old, don't be fooled, because it still works like a charm. So, have you ever had someone underestimate you just because what you looked like or just like or spoke like? What did they assume about you? And how did you prove them wrong? Think about the moments when you were surprised people by showing who you really are underneath the surface. So lots of people can say, oh yeah, Kimberly, she's super nice. Of course she'll listen to you. Whatever favor that you have, yeah, she'll do it. But don't let that kindness fool you. Maybe Kimberly is a really mean person. I'm just kidding. I'm really nice. Anywho, whether it's a robe, a smile, or a soft voice, looks can hide true strength. So when we say, don't let this something fool you, it's Carter's way of reminding us all, never judge someone too quickly. And never assume someone's not ready just because they look a bit too relaxed. And that was our expression for don't make a scene today. Don't let fool you. So now let's take a song break. Here is Whenever Wherever by Shakira.
Lucky fact of your existence. Baby, I will climb the empty slowly to count the freckles on your body. Never could imagine there were only 10 million ways to love somebody. Can't you see? I'm at your feet. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. They're all that's the deal, my dear. Lucky that my lips not only mumble, they spill kisses like a fountain. Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains. Lucky I have strong words like my mother to run for cover when I need it. I may still eyes that for no other. The day you leave will cry a river. At your feet, I'm at your feet. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. You're over, you're under, or up above, down under. We can always play by ear, but that's the deal, my dear. Think out loud, say it again. Tell me one more time that you'll live lost in my eyes. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. You're over, you're under, you got me head over heels. There's nothing left to feel if you really feel the way I feel. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. You're over, you're under, you got me head over heels. There's nothing left to feel if you really feel the way I feel.
And welcome back, everyone. That was Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. And now it is time for Enter Planets, your go-to spot for the hottest entertainment updates from around the globe. Up first, we have G-Dragon releases Good Day 2025. K-pop legend G-Dragon is back in a big way. He just dropped the single Good Day 2025, marking his highly anticipated return to the music scene. Fans are absolutely thrilled, especially since the track features collaborations with several top artists from both Korea and overseas. With G-Dragon's signature style, a catchy hook, and an upbeat message of hope for the future, it's already climbing the charts. Early reviews are calling it a must-listen anthem for 2025. And it looks like 2025 is off to a good start. Literally. Up at number 2, we have NCT Wish drops second mini album, Pop Pop. NCT Wish is keeping the momentum going with their second mini album, Pop Pop. Bursting with youthful energy, bright melodies, and a colorful concept, this new release really shows the group's growing confidence and charm. The title track is packed with catchy beats and vibrant choreography that's already going viral online. Critics are praising the album for its fresh sound and positive vibes, perfect for anyone needing a springtime mood boost. We're definitely feeling the pop energy. And now at number 3, we have Tina Knowles publishes a memoir titled Matriarch. Here's one for music lovers and readers alike. Tina Knowles, the mother of Beyonce, has just published her memoir titled Matriarch. In the book, she shares heartfelt and sometimes surprising stories about raising 2 global superstars and building her own successful career in fashion and business. Tina also opens up with her personal challenges and triumphs, making this a deeply personal and inspiring read. If you're curious about the woman behind the Queen Bee's empire, this one you don't want to miss. Up at number 4, we have Mystery Solved. Why Yoda Talks Backwards. For all the Star Wars fans out there, the mystery of why Yoda speaks in that famously backward way has finally been explained. Linguists and script experts have revealed that it was a creative choice made to give Yoda an ancient, wise, and distinctly alien vibe. Apparently, George Lucas wanted his speech to feel slightly off to the human ear, without making it completely incomprehensible. After decades of fan theories, it turns out the answer is both simple and brilliant. Just another layer to the magic of the Star Wars universe. And up at number 5, we have Oasis reunites for the first rehearsal in 16 years. In huge news for Britpop fans, Oasis has reunited for their first band rehearsal in over 16 years. Ahead of their upcoming UK tour, the legendary brothers Liam and Noel Gallagher finally got back together in the studio. And surprisingly, it went better than expected. Early reports say that the energy was incredible, filled with a mix of nostalgia and new ideas. While no word yet on the new recordings, just seeing them sharing a room again has fans around the world buzzing with excitement. And lastly, for Enterplanet, we have Coldplay's Korea concert includes sign language interpretation. Coldplay's recent concert in Korea wasn't just unforgettable for the music, but it was also a huge milestone for accessibility. Thanks to live sign language interpretation, deaf and hard of hearing fans were able to experience the magic of Coldplay's music right along with everyone else. Videos of the interpreters capturing every beat and emotion have gone viral, with thousands praising the band and event organizers for creating such an inclusive atmosphere. It's a beautiful reminder that music really is for everyone. And that's your quick trip around the world with Enter Planet. Stay tuned for more stories, surprises, and maybe a few hidden gems are coming up after. So now, we're unfortunately at the end of the show right now. It is 1:54 in the afternoon, and it's time to wrap up the show. I've been your host, Kimberly, and here's our last song of Good Day 2025 by G-Dragon. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!
세상은 좀 정이 없어. 세상이.
Yeah. 2025. 하하.
뭐야?
Ayo, City Keys.
기가 막힌 노래가.
Telepathy's the call.
Can you feel the vibe? 해피해. We staying alive. 대한민국.
It's good day. 눈빛만 봐도 알 수 있잖아. 옷깃만 스쳐도 우린 느낄 수가 있어. 손끝만 닿아도 짜릿하잖아. 너는 지금 무엇
생각하고 어디에 있니?
말은 안 해도 알 수 있잖아. 서로의 기분을 우린 읽을 수가 있어.
불타는 사랑 만질 순 없어도
우리 가슴 속은 뜨겁게 타오르는 불꽃.
Love 텔레파시 아하 소리 없는 느낌 아하 Love 텔레파시
깊은 밤 꿈에도 만날 수 있잖아. 보고 싶을 때면 언제 어디서나 강한 광선처럼 내 가슴을 치고 가니. 한 송이 장미를 종이에 꽂혀 써서 어제도 오늘도 하루같이 기다리네. 그대의 창문은 열릴 줄 모르니
사랑의 달빛으로 노크를 해야지
내 사랑 바람결에 잔을 열고 달빛 미소 출렁이며 행복의 단풍을 tu워라. 내 사랑 그대 드릴 꽃 한 송이 별빛 미소 출렁이며 마음의 창문을 열어라.
한 송이 장미를 종이에 꽂게 썼어 어제도 오늘도 하루같이 기다리네 그대의 창문은 열릴지 모르네 COODDAY 그때 해야지